Hi guys, what's up? How are you been? It's your Silvia aka Luxsylva here. I am a Tekken player and content creator from Italy, and today I want to talk about a very interesting topic that people have been talking about from last month. I noticed recently been talking a lot about a possible rank inflation, but is it really true that we got a rank inflation, and how much is it though? So those are the real questions. And you can see also the differences between Season 1 and Season 2, because this site I am showing you today, I have been advised from some friends, but it's amazing. It's evgf.gg, and this site got better and better because it's showing you literally everything. So it gives you the statistics, games activity, leaderboards, shows you everything, even how much a character is being picked online, based on the game version. So we can see even what happened in Season 1. So everything, it's tracked. And so we can talk about this, which is pretty cool. And me personally, I have an experience from also previous Tekken games. So I could tell you like some little extra here and there and how I feel about this. I'm gonna give you like my perspective so far. And so what happened in Season 2? What we know already is that we got plus 8 ranks, right? So we got GOD 1 until GOD 8 and Infinite. So we got like many ranks. But what happened? Did we really got this rank inflation? Okay, so I might say, me personally, I have reached 2 GODs in Season 2 with Asuka in June. And also it happened like kind of in a similar time. And I can tell you what I found more difficult in comparison to Season 1 as well. And we can even see that in this site, because this site is very complete itself. Like, we can see even at the end of Season 1 what happened. So we see that most players are at blue ranks, guys. But we need to see better on this perspective, the bigger pictures as well, and what happened. Because what we see here, do you remember, like, I don't know if you do, but like the light blue ranks and green ranks usually have been in the past Tekken games, like the ranks where people were most stuck the most, okay? Most players were stuck there. But what we see now, ranks, also the order of the ranks kind of changed, like to give a sense of novelty to new players. And also we got now the blue ranks, that seems like the one that are the most populated by players. So this site is so good that actually shows you how many players reached the rank and which top percent of players are representing this rank. So we see that 45% of players are Fujin. So we kinda know that the average player, without insulting anyone, okay? So, but I need to talk based on these infographics, you know, so just to be like accurate, okay? So the typical Tekken 8 experience will be like being at Fujin if they play enough online Tekken. It depends how many hours. Like it could be like that they play thousands of hours and they are still at blue rank. So it's kind of perfectly normal if they only play online. Because I'm gonna say like post-scriptum information, like playing online Tekken is a thing, playing offline Tekken is another one. And to get really better at Tekken, like the offline experience is gonna help you, like I think 5 times more than like 10 hours of ranked, okay? So talking about online warriors for now, we get most players like stuck at blue ranks. But what happens actually here? That at Tekken King, all of a sudden we see like this number kinda drop. So it means that the inflation is at Fujin until Bushin. But then at Tekken King, apparently some things start to change. You see, because top 13% of the players are Tekken King. It says 5% of the player base. It depends if those players are all playing online or not. And then also there's people with more accounts from what I heard. So it could be anything. It's a mix of things like to take in consideration in this case. But yeah, it seems like that to reach until you reach Bushin, the game is artificially boosting the ranks. So you need to know this, okay? So until Bushin, the game is giving you a little help, because you get more points than you actually lose them. So you need to keep this in mind, okay? So you can reach Bushin, and the game is gonna give you that feeling that you got better comparison to season 1 maybe, but it's just that now I feel like the ranks are more diluted, I might say, because now we got more ranks, so we need to take this in consideration. His maximum rank in season 1 was GOD, and GOD was very hard to reach for the simple fact that the system was like very, very severe with the point. Like it was not giving you many points to reach the rank, okay? It's not that now it's giving you more points, it's just that now we got more ranks. So things changes a little bit. After you reach like Tekken King, or until you reach Tekken King, like, you're gonna see that things changes completely. Because when you reach Tekken King, like the game is not giving you some artificial extra points to stay or to proceed to get higher ranks, you know? So like I think personally, yeah, just slightly 10% more of the players are reaching those ranks, and things start to get much harder. For the player base, unless you are a tournament player, but that is an even smaller percentage, okay? So I might not even gonna mention it right now, because that's from another perspective too. Like my perspective is also from a tournament player, because I've been playing Tekken from a long time. So I could tell you more also about the last ranks you can see. For example, GOD 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Those ones are usually being hit from offline tournament players, or either like super sweats from the online that just plays online. And still, I would wonder if they do really play only online, because you know there are some things that you don't learn just playing online. Like when you play online, you can learn certain things, but you cannot learn other ones. Like from my experience, I can tell you, like to reach GOD with 2 characters, I got help from the fact that I could play some offline, even though I personally didn't play that much offline this game, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was playing more offline Tekken in the past iterations, but still I can tell that it does a difference. And then we have also to take in consideration that console Tekken has a different input timing than online and offline, but also from PC and console. So console has a different timings and PC has different timings. So if you are very used to play PC, when you're gonna play on console, you're gonna feel that there's something different. So PC usually the timings are switching from very fast to slow, because it depends on the PC. It's kind of hard, even to explain, it's not very easy. But when you play on console, usually it's more stable. The frame rate thing, the experience like can vary a lot, and the personal feelings as well of when you play Tekken. So we see like GOD 1 has been hit from the top 1% of players. So like that means that yeah, only 1% of players in the whole planet like hit these ranks. So yeah, it means that you kind of play Tekken quite a bit. So only I mean, yeah, less than 8k of players has hit this rank, and then we got those ranks as well. But we need to precise that like GOD 5, for example, only 2 players in the whole world reach this rank. And what's the point of the ranking system? That you can't rank up if you can't find people. So this is telling you something. To reach the higher ranks, also you need more players that hit that rank, unless you want to wait the whole day until you meet a new player. So it could be a mix of things. Yeah, you need to be good, but you also need to find people, because if you don't find people, so as you can see, like your rank is indicative. It doesn't fully show the big picture of your whole level. So this is pretty much important to stress this point, you know? Like, for example, if we see season 1, things changes quite a bit. So only the 0.26% of players has GOD. So it was even harder, I think. From my experience, yes, I can tell you. And I couldn't play for a long time season 1. So I remember that I played a lot to reach the Tekken God Supreme, yes. But from what I remember is that I was kind of stuck for some time at Tekken Emperor. because I had to learn like some of the most common stuff from every character, and I didn't want to lab, so I was basically labbing in ranked and watching the replays. That's all I was doing. So the lazy way, talking about my personal experience. Then I reached Tekken God Supreme, and then I remember like I needed like 3 or 4 matches like to reach GOD, but for some personal reason I had to stop playing. So yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna stay Tekken God Supreme for now. But you know, it's just to show you like, and it's an indicative thing of your experience so far. So it still means that the players that has got the bigger experience were at least Tekken God. So Tekken God only 1% of players. It says, or even top 2. Like, okay, there's different informations on the graphics, I can say. It's pretty nice to see all these informations like so detailed like that. Like this site is pretty cool. And same, so here most players were stuck, but this was at the end of season 1, okay? So at the end of season 1, you see most players stuck at Fujin. So Fujin was the most popular rank, but also Garyu for some reason. Garyu and Fujin, so people were stuck in there. Then we got season 2, of course. Well, this was the very first version of season 2. Like, it was so difficult to rank up, and the online rank was so broken that I couldn't find people personally, I remember. So only reaching Tekken King was super hard. I remember that I took a break, I didn't really play the game for several weeks, and then I picked up the game again after certain versions. So when I reached the GOD, it was like at this version, so 2.04, and only the 0.37% of players has hit this rank. But in season 2, for some reason, I was actually finding more players to rank up. So at least I could find... It depends also what hour and which day you're playing. Usually people play more on the weekend. So I remember I tried to pick a bit more the game like in summer when I could. And after some sessions, like maybe 5 sessions or something, I can't tell precisely, I reached the GOD. The famous GOD, whoa! And then just right before Evo France, I reached GOD also with Asuka. And then, yeah, like that was my personal experience. And still, it was hard. It was hard. But I can tell that it's a 50-50. But why? Even in this case, it's not just the game. Even the online experience. But why, you might ask? Is it because you need to find also legit players, which is not easy. So you can find a legit player, but then you have a very high chance as well to find people with scripts, to find people that just simply doesn't rematch, people that plugs, because actually happened, people that plugs or that are boosted, or they have multiple accounts and then they have friends that helps them boost. And you know, it was very frustrating. So I don't know. It's just very symbolic, this rank, because honestly, like I don't feel like I will just going up in ranked. I don't feel like most people love to do ranked because of this reason. Like, you have to be lucky to find some legit players or players that simply wants to play with you, players that have like a good connection. So it's just so and so. The experience is very flawed. Like, it's kind of odd. But like from like the last version so far, we can even see how much the characters got popular during the amount of time of the lifetime of the game. Total battles from the last patch we got, so it's very nice. So that's how I seen it like for now. So I think GOD is still hard. It's still hard rank to get, but in comparison to season 1, it got like maybe a 10%, maybe more easier to reach. But it's like very small. We're talking about something very small, but it's still. Again, it's about point accumulation, because the rank system, it works around this system. Like, the more points you have, the more chances you have to rank up. It's just that from Tekken King and onwards, you need to watch out. You need to win more than you lose, because the game is not artificially boosting you anymore. Everyone can have a different experience. If you start to feel like down just because of the match is not going pretty well, is also not very fair on ourselves, you know, because like online Tekken is just not a real legit experience, I can tell you, as a tournament player that has also tournament experience on my shoulders, despite I'm just doing that whenever I feel like, or out of spite, with Tekken 8, since like the game is like in this state, you know. Don't always really feel that motivated to play very seriously, but I still like to try hard because it's just the way I am when I want to play games, video games. Even when I play puzzle game, I really want to do well. So it is what it is, you know. It's just the way we face the games and competitive games. And Tekken is very competitive game. Sometimes maybe too much. So the experience is not always like it can be good, but it can be also be pretty bad, because we can find players that are also very toxic. But I think I will leave this thing for another video. Let me know if you want to hear more about this personal experience of mine, and because I could even talk about the Tekken 7 experience and even previous that one. And yeah, the online experience are being so different from time to time, and I can tell you. So things has changed. GOD is still hard, but yeah, most players, it seems like now, are gonna get pushing, maybe from. So the most popular are those ones in the most common Tekken ranks, which is fair enough. But remember, offline Tekken is always better. Okay, don't make your day be ruined by online sessions. Okay, always take a break. Remember, and if you liked and enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a comment below, my guys. Hope you appreciated it. And I'll see you next time. Remember to follow me also on Twitch. I'm streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the afternoon at 4:30, on Friday at 5 p.m. So remember to leave a follow, a like, and subscribe, guys. Love you, take care, and see you next video. Ciao, ciao. Let's see if it's Spanish. Yeah, it's Spanish. Time to put